Okay, so managed to get a lot of the tree cut now, and as you can see there's massive branches lying everywhere at this point. Looks a bit sparse, but it's coming on. So you can see here the two stems of the tree now. So I've got to cut through those. So at the moment now I'm just moving all the tree that I have cut, and I'm stacking it. Well, just a very quick catch up with you all. Yep, I've been to the dentist and pretty bad abscess. Lots of dental treatment to come. Woo-hoo. Not looking forward to that, but I've got to just bite the bullet. Excuse the pun, because I'm sort of biting the abscess. Relieved to have got the various medications, 2 lots of tablets. I'll be on them for the next 2 weeks, and then I'll be back at the dentist. So this is a little update on progression here with the storm and the tree and everything that happened. So now, yes, there was good news the other day when I told you what I was planning to do with the tree. And in fact, when I came back from the dentist yesterday, I thought, well, the best thing to do is to really kind of do some physical work and get tired, because I really needed to have a good night's sleep. So my eldest daughter was here minding Jack, and we decided to come down here, and we did about 4 hours work in total. So cleared up much of the tree. You can see it's really opened everything up. Managed to stack most of it along pathways, so you can see here where this has been stacked. I plan to cut back this rubus, so there'll be a second growth on that. Still got some bits to clean up down here. So you can see now there's a huge area opened up. I'm going to be trimming back some of this dogwood up here. Stacked a huge amount of dogwood cuttings in there, because what we did, we absolutely chopped all this dogwood. Now, brought it down to, it's about shoulder height to me, so there'll be a good new growth on that, because the dogwood had got about 20 foot high in some places. It was just ridiculous. And the thing about having a woodland is that you have to manage it. You have to learn how to manage it. But it was great working down here, because we discovered a few things. I mean, there's part of the horse chestnut. I still have to cut back close to the trunk. Probably do that at the weekend. So I've kind of raised it up a little bit. Completely hard pruned this damson tree. And then as we were cutting and clearing the dogwoods along this side of the path, I managed to get a really good opening up of what I was telling you about on my previous video, which was when the leader of the horse chestnut tree broke and came out this way, and that was about 15 months ago. And I waited until this spring to see if it was still living, and in fact it came back on stunningly well. It's going to grow at an odd angle. It's going to be interesting. There's another little bit of it up there, you can see. So fingers well and truly crossed, because that's looking good. That's looking good. So I think that by cutting back the dogwoods and whatever has given that a new start. Now I'm going to get in there and cut some of the bamboo back as well, but not too much of it, because that gives a lot of shelter to what's behind, and it certainly hasn't detracted from the growth of the horse chestnut. If anything, I was hoping that the bamboo would slow down the growth of the horse chestnut, but the horse chestnut is very, very vigorous. Now I've planted, there's another, let me see, 1, 2, 3, I think there's 4 other horse chestnuts in the woodland, and they're all doing well. They're not growing as fast as this one. They're growing at a more sedate rate, which is going to benefit them in the long term. So, Jack sat there. He says, "Oh, yes, he's sitting on the wet ground." So then we continued clearing down this way. We went right down the path. This is the path that leads down, very much a descent into the fairy wood. So I'm going to descend right down to the level and then turn around and show you. So you can see now. So when I come back, oh, I've just noticed something. Look at this. This is truly magical. It's a tiny little mushroom growing on a tiny little tree branch. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Look at that. So, just climbing back up the path, you can see now how much light is getting in, but still it's a very gentle light. So I'm very pleased with what we've done so far. And the final part would just be taking off those 2 stems, the lower stems that broke off, and wrapping the tree round with hessian. But it's definitely still well rooted in the ground, and it looks as though it's going to survive. And survive in a very interesting and magical way, because it won't just be an ordinary tree growing straight up. It's going to be a tree that's fallen over and is continuing to grow. You know, sometimes I think things are just meant to be like that. So, just to finish, I know that there's a few problems people accessing the website, and I have asked people to be patient. What I'm going to do, because I've been working on it for a lot of today actually, and I'm a bit exhausted now, but what I've decided to do as an interim measure is to put all the publications onto a blog which I'll put out today, and that way at least you'll be able to access the books, and also be hopefully fingers crossed, be able to order without having any big issues. I'm going to contact WordPress because they're the people who host my website, and I do pay them handsomely per annum to do so. So I will be contacting them, but not today, because I'm going to be going off now for a couple of days to visit my friend Terri down in Clifton. Terri, as you know, well, Terri and Lol, both of them, but Terri, as you know, has a little YouTube channel and a website. So I think most of you are familiar with both. I'll put links underneath this video, and hopefully get some nice photographs together and some nice little videos together while I'm down there, because Clifton in Connemara is the most beautiful place, and the journey down there is fabulous. So I'll make sure that I bring my laptop and all my chargers and everything, and get some nice images together to share with you. Just hear some water here in the ditch on the right. So, blessings to you all. Oh, there's the first fruits out on the rubus, look. Beautiful. And I see the birds and other little creatures have been busily gorging on them. Look, not much on there. So blessings to you all.